We're going to run down to Jackson, Michigan right now, and we've got Wes Lutz. He's the CEO of Intrinsic, located in Jackson, Michigan. Wes, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Hey, clue everybody as to what Intrinsic is and your history.
Okay. Intrinsic is a cannabis processor and cultivation company. And we're only about 90 days old, but we came out of two companies that went into receivership, and the new company bought the assets of the Glorious and Choice Labs, and we formed a new company called Intrinsic. So we have no affiliation with the past companies now, other than we bought their trademarks and their facilities. So we do have that, but it's a completely new company now.
It's kind of interesting, Wes, because the cannabis industry blew onto the screen, and we just couldn't get enough space for them, and they were trying to buy factories that were occupied. Unbelievable. And then almost with that amount, they kind of shrunk again. And like you said, your purchases were through the receivership. What happened?
Well, it was an odd deal for Glorious. The principal owner of Glorious ended up perpetrating a Ponzi scheme on investors for $440 million. And we went into receivership, or the company went into receivership to stay off the lawsuits because assets had been pledged. So it really had nothing to do with the running of the company. It's an interesting story sometimes, but it's more than a 6-minute story.
And also, I guess the point is, it wasn't because of the industry. It
No,
was because of
no.
an individual. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about why you choose now to launch the brand and the new name.
Well, the Choice Labs brands were very highly respected, and we had a great company. We were the largest cannabis company in the state before the before the Ponzi scheme. So a lot of people stayed. We have about 300 people in Michigan, in Lake Orion, and in Jackson. It was kind of fun. I came back. I helped found the original company, Choice Labs, in 2017. We still have a lot of great people here, and I got contacted by a group that wanted to reopen the business, and I said yes. And I kind of felt good about that because we had so many really good young people here. It's a very young industry. I'm the oldest guy in the industry, bar none. It doesn't matter where. I'm the oldest guy. So I have a lot of people in their 20s and 30s that are running major divisions.
Well, I'm not surprised because this is not only a business change, but kind of a cultural change as well.
And the industry struggled a little bit because the initial people that got into it liked the product. And now it's a better balance of people who like the product and people who are business people. And
Yeah.
that's helping. So there's a lot of consolidation in the market. There's just like every other industry. I always liken it to the banking industry when there used to be in Jackson, we had 8 banks and now we have 2 banks. There's just
Yeah.
everything consolidating.
Well, it's kind of amazing that Michigan's cannabis market is estimated at about $3 billion. So tell me about that. I mean, you got to feel there's some opportunity.
But you know what? That's how I look at it, but I'm always a half full glass kind of guy. A lot of people think it's a very tough business market, and it is, but all it needs is just a little differentiation in product. And that's what we bring to the market. I think we're GMP certified, the only people in the state to do that. And we really stride in having pure, clean product, and people know the difference. But it's a great opportunity. I mean, it's $3 billion. California is the only market that's larger than Michigan.
So the market seems to be entering this period of consolidation and maybe what you'd call operational maturity. What's that about?
I think good business practice are replacing people that just love the product. And we're excited because we are looking at a Schedule 1 narcotic rescheduled to Schedule 3, and that will bring in research, development, more private equity, public
Yeah.
money, which should be good. There's a lot of opportunity. It's a great market going forward.
Wes, we got about 30 seconds. Where do you see the industry in say 5 years?
Well, I just read a statistic that more people use cannabis than drink alcohol. So I would say that it's going to grow, and hopefully we're part of that growth.
So there you have it, the confessions of a distributor. Wes Lutz, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. CEO of Intrinsic in Jackson, Michigan. Continue good luck, my friend.
Thank you.